On 3rd September 2021, New Zealand police shot down an Islamic extremist. The man stabbed and wounded at least 6 people in the new Lynn supermarket. According to the Prime Minister of New Zealand, the attacker was constantly monitored. The assailant is a Sri Lankan national who had been living in New Zealand for 10 years. Apparently, the murderer was inspired by the Islamic militant group. Referring to it, the Prime Minister said that the assailant was a supporter of ISIS ideology. The attacker, who was not identified, had been a person of interest for about 5 years. He had been killed within 60 seconds of his attack in Auckland City.
The attack began at 2:40 p.m. and was undertaken by an individual who was a known threat to New Zealand. The individual was under constant monitoring, and it was the police surveillance team and special tactics group who were part of that monitoring and surveillance that shot and killed him within, I'm told, the space of roughly 60 seconds of the attack starting.
As the man entered the supermarket, the police thought he had gone in with a shopping intent. But upon entry, he picked up a knife from the display and went on a rampage like a lunatic, stabbing people. The police did absolutely everything possible to monitor him. They were able to intervene quickly in roughly 60 seconds since the police had been monitoring the attacker. New Zealand has been on alert for attacks since a white supremacist gunman killed 51 people at 2 mosques in the city of Christchurch on March 15, 2019. The St. John Ambulance Service said of the 6 wounded people, 3 were in critical condition, 1 was serious, while 2 were in moderate condition. New Zealand's Muslim community is still recovering from the country's worst terror attack in 2019. It offered support to victims and expressed their anxiety that extremists could be linked to the community. The country was also forced to reckon with a wider history of racism, Islamophobia, and concerns about the white supremacy not being taken seriously. In fact, after the Christchurch attack, New Zealanders rallied to express their solidarity with the community, while the members of the community also claimed that the terrorists were individuals and not backed by them.